Hey guys, the DVD update here for another week on the Real DVD Watchers. This week I checked out, oh yeah, we double featured it 2 weeks in a row. I checked out the Neverending Story Part 2. All right. So yeah, last week I reviewed the Neverending Story Part 1, which was a childhood classic, and now I'm reviewing the Neverending Story 2, which I had not seen, I don't think, ever. So that was my first time watching it. Once again, I was with my mom for both of those. I figured it was only right to pull out the sequel. I don't have number 3. There is a third one. Yes, there is a third one. And I don't have that one yet, but I might end up getting it just to check it out. But anyway, the Neverending Story 2 follows our same boy, Bastian. He's having trouble at school again, dealing with his mom's death. He wants to join the swim team, doesn't make it. His dad is dating again, and, always away on business like before. So, he's just, in the slums. And so he's like, you know what? It's time to go back to that same bookstore. And by the way, I should mention, Bastian is recast as a guy named Jonathan Brandis, which you'll know from a bunch of TV stuff. He has a real recognizable face, and he was also in the It movie, which is like one of his movies. He played the main character as a kid. Love that movie, It. Anyway, so they recast Bastian as that guy. They recast his dad. They pretty much recast everybody. The only people that came back for this, that was in the first one, was the bookstore owner, which was actually kind of cool. He was played by the same guy. Anyway, so Bastian, down on his luck, decides to go back to his, since he can't get on the swim team because he's scared to dive from the very tall, super tall diving board. So he goes to the bookstore where he first stole the Neverending Story, or borrowed it illegally. But to get books on courage or swimming and stuff like that, and he finds the Neverending Story 2, which, or the Neverending Story again, I should say. He finds the same book, and I should say this one has to be the abridged version because it's so much thinner than the original. The original movie, it was like yay. This one, it's like yay. So it must be the abridged version or the Reader Digest version. I'm not sure which, but so once again, he's like, I'm gonna take this. I need to reread it because the guy says it'll be a different story. Everything, it always changes. And so the guy, once again, he's like, don't take it. So of course Bastian, why do I call him Sebastian? It's Bastian. He steals the book again, runs off, and starts reading. And so he's dropped right into the middle of Fantasia, where everything looks like it's going great. And by the way, they must have had a much bigger budget on this one because Fantasia looks awesome. The special effects in this is awesome. All practical and stuff. And, once he gets there, basically there's an evil witch that's there. And this time it's not the darkness taking over Fantasia, it's the emptiness taking over Fantasia. And she's the one bringing it on. And she finds out Bastian's back in town and can stop her. So what she does is she devises a plan. She has a little contraption that every time he makes a wish, because when he has that little medallion that comes on the book around his neck, he can wish for whatever he wants, and it's there. So every time this dude makes a wish, one of his memories from his brain is sucked out of him and put into a contraption, and she keeps a little collection of all of his memories. So what she wants to do is suck out all of his memories, so he doesn't remember why is there anybody from the real world or Fantasia, and he cannot stop her. And she has imprisoned the childlike Empress, who is played by a different actress, but looks eerily similar, even though their hairstyle is a little different and the color is different. But she looks eerily similar, even though she's not the same actress. And so yeah, he's back in there, and then she sends out her bird minion, who's kind of cool, to try to trick him into making as many wishes as possible so she can suck out all of his memories. And once he gets there, these weird, creepy-looking guys attack the city. You know what I'm saying? The bird's over there trying to make him make wishes. And then he meets up with all his old pals, the Valcor, the Luck Dragon. You got the rock guy down here, which now has a son. And he, of course, meets up with Arteu, which is an Indian guy from the first movie, on the same white horse, although they recast this guy. And the first Arteu was just so great. This new little boy actor didn't even have a chance. So, yeah, he was not as good. That sucked. I wish they could have got the same guy. Anyways, so they once again buddy up go on a quest to find this witch, destroy her. Once they find her, actually, she's actually kind of hot, the witch, and I guess like he's looking for a mother figure in her, and she tricks him to betray Arteu and the Luck Dragon and the Empress and all of that. But like I said, great special effects. I really like the story. The recasting was okay, except for the Arteu part because the first guy just did such a good job, and the story's cool. Gets a little annoying at times. It's like you have unlimited wishes. He finds out that every time he makes a wish, it gets sucked out of him. Why doesn't he just wish for his wishes or his memories back? I don't know, because the movie would have ended there, I guess, and it wouldn't have been that much of a story. But this is pretty good. It's not as good as the first one, obviously, and I have a feeling the third one's not going to be good at all. But I give this one probably a 6 out of 10. It makes a cool double feature if you watch them both in close proximity to each other. So that was my review of The Neverending Story 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for Kayla tomorrow. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, do what you do, and I'll see you when I see you.